Welcome back to Self-Love Ignited. On today's episode, we are talking about business. So this is perfect for you if you have an online business and you are still very much on this self-love and this body acceptance journey. Okay, we are going to talk about the one thing that you need to do to get out of your own way to help your business be successful while you're on this journey. That being said, near the end of the episode, I also get into a really simple and useful exercise that is great for anybody who is on this journey of learning to love themselves and learning to accept their bodies. So even if you don't have a business, it might be worth listening anyway. It is not a long episode. You are always, of course, free to just skip ahead to the exercise as well. All right, let's get into it. My name is Katie Allen, and this is Self-Love Ignited. Let's get to it. Okay, welcome back. On today's episode, we are talking about body image and business and how they go together. And I see this so often with people where maybe they have an online business and they're struggling with their body image and they don't see the connection. And there is a massive connection between the two. So we are going to talk about that today and talk about the one thing that you need to do on this journey of self-love, of body acceptance to help your business. Now, that being said, this episode is definitely created specifically for people who have their own business, whether that is an online service-based business, such as coaching, maybe you're a nutritionist, maybe you are an energy healer of some sort, maybe you have a product-based business. Regardless, if you have a business, this episode is for you, okay? If you do not have a business, I suggest, you're welcome to still listen, but it's probably not going to be quite as helpful for you. So first off, I really just want to start by saying that when we are struggling with body image, when we are struggling with accepting ourselves, it is really common that we hide. I did this for years, right? We hide. Whether that be physically, right? Like maybe wearing really baggy clothes that are not flattering so that people don't look at you. Maybe it's not doing your hair or not doing your makeup because you don't want to draw attention to yourself. Maybe it is being very quiet, right? And sometimes it's actually just like energetic. It's like almost this energetic invisibility cloak that even though we're like doing all the things and we're like, no, see, I want to be seen. I want to be visible. Really on the inside, you're like, oh God, please don't look at me. Please don't look at me. Please don't look at me. Right? So there is this like invisibility that comes when you are really struggling with body image. And when you have a business, when you have an online business specifically, if you are not being visible in your business, you are probably missing out on clients. Okay. And that is because there is this really basic rule. It's not really a rule. It's like a guideline in business, and it's called the know, like, and trust factor. Okay. And if you're in business, you have probably heard of this, but if you have not, I'm just going to very quickly give you an outline. Okay. So know, like, trust. Essentially what that means is that people need to know you, like you, and trust you if they're going to buy from you. People buy from people in businesses who they feel they know, who they like, and who they trust can solve their problems. And if you are hiding behind that invisibility cloak, whether consciously or subconsciously, you are not giving your audience a chance to get to know you. And if you're stopping them before they even get to step one, how are they supposed to know you, like you, and trust you, and then trust that they're going to buy from you and that you can help them, right? You're not even allowing them to start the process if you're hiding. So the one thing that you really need to do is get visible and be yourself. You need to be the face of your business. You need to be the face of your business. And, I do get people asking me a lot, like, do I have to be the face of my business? But my business isn't about me. It's about the work that I do with clients. It's about this amazing results that I get them. It's about this program that I offer, or it's about these meal plans that I do, or it's about this session that I do, whatever your thing is. But the fact of the matter is, your business is probably not as unique as you would like to think it is. Yes, of course, there are unique businesses out there. But the fact of the matter is, there are literally thousands, if not tens of thousands, of coaches, of nutritionists, of healers, of virtual assistants, of website designers, right? Like your field is not unique. The unique thing about your business is you. You are like the secret sauce. You are that magic fairy dust sprinkled on top. And it is your energy that sets you apart from everybody else. So if you are trying to build a business and you are not being visible, you are not putting yourself out there, you're just blending in with the rest of the crowd, right? There is no secret sauce. Then it's just like, oh yeah, there's another coach. It's not, oh, there's Katie. She's the self-love and body acceptance for entrepreneurs coach. Oh yeah, I really want to work with her. No, it's just like, oh yeah, there's another coach. Cool. It's I heard this analogy. I don't even know where I heard it, but it's like, would you go if you had a really bad headache, really, really like a throbbing headache, and you went to the pharmacy and you really wanted medication to make your headache go away. And there was a box that just said pain pills. Like, all right, well, I'm in pain. That could work. And then right beside it on the shelf, there was a box that said, you know, headache, like headache relief, or, specific for pounding headaches or something like that. And you had a pounding headache. Would you go for the generic pain relief, or would you be like, oh no, I have a pounding headache. I want the pounding headache meds? Of course you would, right? Because that speaks to you. That is the special thing about that, is that it is speaking directly to your problem because it's been really, really clear. And if you are not being the face of your business, you are just that generic box. You're the same as everybody else. It is, you are the thing that makes you stand out. And I said before the know, like, and trust factor, right? I mentioned that. And if you are not being visible in your business, if you are not showing your true self, you are blocking that from ever even starting. So just really quickly, I want to go through that in case you don't really grasp it, right? Because this is a really quite a simple, but a really important concept. So your audience needs to know you. They need to know who you are. They need to know what you do. And if you're not showing them who you are, they cannot get to know you. And if they do not know you, they cannot decide if they like you or not. And I say this to my clients, to my potential clients. I say this to the people who I choose to work with as well, to the people I hire. I only work with people, and I only want to work with people who literally want to hang out with me. Like if I come across somebody online, if I'm looking to hire a coach for whatever my thing happens to be, and I come across somebody and I'm like, oh, this person is so cool and I genuinely like them. And if we lived in the same neighborhood, I would ask them if they wanted to go to a yoga class, and I would ask them if they wanted to go out for coffee. Like that is the kind of connection that I want with somebody when I want to work with them. And if you're not giving your audience a chance to get to know you, they cannot decide if they like you. They're like, I don't really know what this business is. I don't really know who this person is. And if they don't know you and they don't know if they like you, why should they trust you? It doesn't matter how many qualifications you have. If they don't know who you are as a person, the essence of you, your energy, why should they trust you? You have not given them any reason to do so. And all the testimonials in the world are pretty much useless because you are not in them, right? That does not contain your energy. So in essence, if you have an online business and you are struggling with body image, you are struggling with the self-acceptance piece, I really want to encourage you to check in and ask yourself if you are showing up. Are you being visible? Are you putting your face out there? Are you proudly standing up as the face of your business? Or are you shrinking into the background? If you are using all these pretty quote cards, but nobody can ever see your face, is that really doing you any favors? Or if every time you just want to post a photo of something, you just go and you find some stock photos and use them, that's not you. There's no energy of you in that. Okay, so if you have a business and you're really struggling to attract clients, if you have a business and you're just not connecting with your audience and you don't know why, check in with this. Does your audience have the chance to get to know you? Not get to know the work that you do, not get to know all your qualifications. Do they know you? Do they know who you are? Do they have enough information about you to decide if they like you or not? And are you giving them reason to trust you? That is huge. And if the answer is no, if you are not being visible, if you are aware that you have some sort of invisibility, then start checking in with yourself, right? This is where we really need to start doing the work. And there is lots of different things that you can do, right? I would really recommend, there's so many different things you can do, everything from journaling, you can do visualizations, guided meditations. I have quite a few on Insight Timer, by the way. They're absolutely free, and it's a free app. Just go in there and type my name in and you can find them. You can do things like, what did I say? Visualizations, meditations. You can do things like, there is a lot of inner child work you can do. That is a lot harder to do by yourself, but there's definitely some things that you can do. You can do EFT, tapping, you can do mirror work with affirmations. And that is actually what I want to encourage you to do today, because it's something that you can take away from this and do in your own home, in your own time. And that is to do some mirror work. Because if you're not being visible to the world, you need to start by being visible with yourself. And if the idea of standing in front of a mirror and looking at yourself feels scary or feels challenging, then standing in front of the world, essentially, on social media, it's just not going to happen. Okay, so this starts with you. So I really want to encourage you to do some mirror work. And what that looks like, and this is, I do this with my clients quite often. I give this as homework. So I'm giving this to you today as homework if you resonate with this message. And that is to find a private place in your home, whether it be your bedroom or your bathroom, someplace that has a mirror in it. Okay, ideally a full length mirror, but if we need to start with like a little handheld one, it'll do the job for the beginning. And you're going to stand in front of the mirror. You're going to get your phone and you're going to set a timer for 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Put your phone down. Look in the mirror and look yourself in the eye and say, I love you. I love you. I love you. And you are going to repeat those words to yourself for 10 minutes. And if your heart is already racing listening to this and you're like, holy crap, there is no way that I could do that, that feels terrifying, then you can even go one step back where it's just, I see you. And allow it to be neutral, right? Not good or bad, no judgment, just I see you. I see you. I see you. And allow yourself to be seen by yourself. And then you can move up to I love you. And then do that for 10 minutes, right? So whether you choose I see you or I love you, do it for 10 minutes. And chances are it's going to feel weird and awkward and uncomfortable. And you might laugh and you might cry. I know the first time I did this, I like fully broke down, to be fully transparent. I broke down, I had tears, and then I had laughter. And it was a really beautiful healing experience for myself. So definitely do this where you have privacy, right? You don't need anybody else walking in because you really want to allow yourself to feel it. If you feel nothing though, that's okay. All right, just allow it to be whatever it is. And then 2 or 3 days later, come back and do it again. Okay, set a timer for about 5 minutes this time, but do it again and do it at least twice, about 3 days apart. And once it sort of doesn't feel quite as scary, and once you're like, I do see myself, and that is okay, then what I want you to do is do it in front of a full length mirror. All right, and maybe take a couple of steps back, set the timer for 10 minutes again, but do this where you can see your whole body, specifically any areas of your body that you struggle the most with. So if you have the underarm jiggle, like I do, if it's your belly that you struggle with, if it is your bum or your hips or your thighs, whatever your sort of more challenging places are, take a couple of steps back from the mirror, look at yourself and look at those places and do the same exercise. So you can look at your belly. I see you. I see you. I see you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Right? So we're going to sort of repeat this. That's like the next step up. And it's just allowing yourself to be seen without judgment. And if judgments do start coming up in your mind, just get curious about that. Isn't that interesting that I'm judging myself while doing this exercise? Isn't it interesting that I'm judging myself in this moment, or that I'm being really critical of my body? And then the advanced version of this, and it might take you a while to get here, okay? So if this feels really scary, don't worry, but I just want to give it to you. The advanced version of this is to do it naked. Again, in front of a full-length mirror in all your glory. Stand in front of the mirror and look at yourself and say, I love you. But that is the advanced version, okay? So if that feels really scary, don't worry about it. But the whole point of this exercise, like I said, it's just to allow yourself to be seen first by yourself. Because when we are struggling with body image really, really badly, we hide, right? And we don't want to be seen. We don't want to be seen by the world, and we don't want to be seen by ourselves. So we are starting to allow ourselves to be seen by ourselves so that you can then progress to posting a photo of yourself on your Facebook page, on your Instagram, or on your website, and not panicking. Or you can do an Instagram story, or you can do a Facebook Live, or you can do a video such as the one I'm doing right now and put it out there and not panic and not feel anxious, right? So start with yourself. And when we start with ourselves and then we work up to showing the world ourselves within your business, that is going to transform the way people relate to you. That is going to transform the way that your potential clients see you, the way that they see your service, your businesses, the way that they trust you, because you are showing up as your real self. You are allowing them to see you. You are showing them that you trust them to see you. Therefore, they can trust you to hold them in a safe space while they work with you. Right? Do you see how that works? It's a mutually beneficial relationship. Right? But it has to start with you. It has to start with you. So I really hope that this is helpful for you. I really want to encourage you to do that mirror exercise. Even if you're like on the fence, just do it. Okay? Do it. This is going to be so helpful for you. So helpful. So I want to leave it there today. That is your homework. Get on out there and do it. If you have not subscribed to the podcast already, please subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Or if you are watching on Instagram, please make sure to give me a follow. If you're watching this on Facebook, please like my page. I would so appreciate that. Thank you so much for being here. You can be visible. It is safe to be visible. And being visible starts with you. And that is so going to transform your business. I cannot wait to see everything that comes of this for you. Thank you for being here. So much love. I'll see you next time.